Hi, I'm Carleen Salmon and I'm an attorney at law practicing law here in Jamaica. I'm also known as your sister-in-law. And today I want to give you some tips that as a vendor you should be thinking about when selling a property. And these are in terms of the deductions that will come out of the sale price that you and the purchaser have negotiated or agreed that you're going to sell the property to them for. First cost you need to be aware of is the stamp duty. This is the tax that the stamp office charges for stamping the sale agreement and ultimately the transfer. The stamp duty in Jamaica is currently a flat fee of $5,000, and that fortunately is shared between you and the purchaser. So you as a vendor pay $2,500 and the purchaser also pays $2,500, and that $2,500 of course in your case comes from the sale price, whatever you're selling the property at. The other cost that as a vendor you need to think about is the registration fee on transfer. This is currently 0.5% of the sale price. And again, it's a cost that's shared between the parties. So you pay 0.25 and the purchaser pays 0.25, but it's a very important fee because this is the fee that is paid to the titles office to register the transfer on the title from you as the vendor to the purchaser. Another fee to think about that is not shared at all, it's solely the responsibility of the vendor, is the transfer tax, which is currently 2% of the purchase price. Going through a realtor, you also have to think about the realtor's commission, which can be anywhere between 2% to 5%. Most realtors charge 5%, but again, that's something depending on the value of the property that you can actually negotiate that rate. Another shared cost is the letters of possession. That, of course, is really for the benefit of the purchaser because they'll use this to get service from the JPS and from the Water Commission, etc. The cost that's shared between both parties. Currently in Jamaica, anywhere between $15,000 to $30,000, but of course that cost is shared between the parties. Some attorneys will charge you a miscellaneous fee, which will cover things like the title search to make sure that there are no caveats on the title, there's no mortgage or other registration on the title that you don't know about, which could prevent the sale from being completed because the transfer can't be made from you to the new owner. And those miscellaneous fees, again, run anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000, $30,000. And of course, there's the attorney's fee, which is 2%, between 2% to 4% of the purchase price, of the sale price, depending on the attorney and their seniority in Jamaica. But that's usually something you can also negotiate with the attorney, depending on the overall sale price and the value. Some attorneys will, to give you a discount here and there to kind of, ensure that you still walk away with something good and reasonable. Two other things to think about: the property taxes have to be paid up. So it's either you're going to pay up any back taxes now, just as you're entering into the contract for sale, or allow your attorney to take out those property taxes out of the proceeds of sale. Another thing to think about is to ensure that the water bill is paid up. And if there's no water on the property, most financial institutions will want a status letter from the NWC to say, that no waters have been supplied to the property, etc. And the fee for getting that status letter is about $7,500 now from the NWC. And of course, the final thing is to make sure that at least before the contract is completed, that if there's a JPS bill on the property, it is paid off before the sale is completed. So those are some of the things that as a vendor you have to think about when you're putting up your property for sale, because these things may influence the actual price that you set your property at when you're negotiating the sale, because you have to think about the fact that all of these items are going to be deducted from the final cost. Well, I'm Carleen Salmon and I'm your sister-in-law, and I hope that this little video has helped you and will assist you in preparing to sell your property.